Asus Zenfone Max Pro M1 was one of the most successful phones in the recent years thanks to its great pricing. Now Asus is trying to achieve the same success in the sub 10k price segment with the Asus Zenfone Max M1. Hey guys, this is Saurabh Nahar from Allbot Technologies and welcome to my full review of the Asus Zenfone Max M1. Let's begin. The Zenfone Max M1 is designed almost similar to the Zenfone Max Pro M1. The only difference is that the Max M1 hosts a single camera setup while its bigger brother the Max Pro M1 sported a dual camera setup. The back of the phone is made out of plastic, but it's got a premium in-hand feel and gives a very firm grip. The back also houses a fairly quick fingerprint scanner, but setting it up was not so fast, and at times when my fingers were greasy it didn't work. The front of the phone hosts all the sensors, earpiece, selfie camera and also has a front-facing flash. The power button and the volume rockers are placed on the right side of the device and the power button is textured, which is nice. Overall, the buttons are very tactile and responsive, so no complaints. Now on the bottom, the device hosts a micro USB port for charging and data syncing, along with the speaker which is fairly decent, and here is a demo. The Zenfone Max M1 has a 5.45-inch display with a 720p panel and an 18:9 aspect ratio. Asus has decided to go without a notch with this device and sport those huge not so 2018 feeling black bezels, which is acceptable at this price range. The display is an IPS LCD panel which gets sufficiently bright and has great viewing angles. At this size, a 720p panel is acceptable and the differences are barely noticeable. Looking at the vibrancy, this is one of the best displays in this price range. The device is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 430 chipset, which is an octa-core processor clocked at 1.4 GHz, along with the Adreno 505 GPU, which is paired with 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of internal storage that can be expanded to 256 GB with an external SD card. There is a triple slot here for an SD card and a dual SIM slot. The overall performance of the Max M1 was good when generally using the phone for light tasks like social media or documents or WhatsApp. Multitasking with such light applications was also on par. As always, we tested PUBG on this phone on low settings and it was playable but less than ideal. The phone did get warm but nothing to worry about. Now, one of the key selling points of this device is the massive 4000 mAh battery. Now, during my testing, I easily managed to get about 6 to 7 hours of screen on time on light to medium usage. But if you are a very light user, the battery will easily last you for about a day and a half. A small screen with fewer pixels, efficient processor and a giant battery all combined to give this phone class-leading battery life. The only downside of this huge battery is that there is no fast charge support and it takes about 2.5 hours to 3 hours for a full charge. In case you wondered, yes, it is a micro USB port. The device runs on Android 8.0 Oreo with Zen UI on top, unlike the Zenfone Max Pro M1 which had stock-like skin on top. The Zen UI is filled with pre-installed applications and bloatware, but if need be, these apps can be easily uninstalled for you to install new applications. Zen UI isn't too heavy and doesn't come in the way of the device's performance and gives you an overall smooth experience. The software is also packed with a few nifty little features that can be found in the settings. The device is currently running on the August security patch on Android 8.0 Oreo and there is no word for the Android Pie update for this device. At this price, it is doubtful. Now, in terms of camera, the rear camera is a 13 megapixel one with f2.0 aperture and the front one is an 8 megapixel one. For the price, you just can't complain as it can get some good pictures in daylight. Front camera also comes with front flash which will help you take selfies in low light, and overall cameras are above average for the price. As you must have guessed by now, this phone is a decent offering. However, if you are a heavy user, then you might need to look elsewhere. Having said that, all the phones in this particular price segment will offer you similar kind of experience like the Redmi 6A. You can also check out Realme C1 if performance is something that you want, and you can get that device for almost same price. You just need to pay 500 rupees more. Of course, with the Zenfone Max M1, you will get good battery life, good display and compact form factor, and if these things are high on your priority list compared to just performance, then I would suggest you to go with the Zenfone Max M1. But if you can increase your budget, then you should definitely check out Nokia 5.1 Plus or Redmi 6 Pro because those two devices will offer you much better value for your money. Well, that's my verdict. If you still have any questions or queries, you can leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button because that will just mean a lot. And if you are new here, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications because only then you'll get notified. Make sure to follow me on all my social media networks. Links will be there in the description box as well, along with the links to buy the devices which I have mentioned right now. So use my link, that will definitely help out the channel if I have not said this thing earlier. That's it guys, this is Saurabh. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.